Today we are reviewing some videos that we found and were sent to us that is online dog training. So what we're going to do, we're going to check out this training online and I'm going to give you my feedback. So I have no idea if I'll agree with it or not, but as always, I want to see what you're saying in the comments. So leave a comment on this video. Let me know your perspective and let me know either the timestamp that you're commenting on or the video you're commenting on so I can go back and review it and see, you know, what your opinion is, and I always appreciate it. So let's get into the first one.
Let's go.
Okay. Chaos. So it looks like we got a dog on a muzzle and a long line right here. This must be the trainer right here. We got multiple e-collars hanging off the vest. We got a bunch of dogs. So I'm not sure what their objective is. Let's listen and find out.
No. No. No.
All right, so let me read this caption real quick. Bully came to us for dog aggression. Okay, so we're dealing with dog aggression. I wonder what phase of their training progression they're at right now.
No.
He's grabbing the e-collar.
No.
I'm just going to stop right here. This dude's got the dog on the e-collar. The dog went, I guess it went after a dog a little bit ago. That's why he started pulling it on the long line. And then it's been maybe 10 seconds have passed. Now he's just correcting the dog on the e-collar 10 seconds after the event happened. Not ideal. Not good in my perspective in this situation. There might be situations where that would apply. But you would have your e-collar in hand, and if your dog is being aggressive toward another dog, then you would correct it in the moment, not 10 seconds later.
No. Nope. No.
And he's just constantly correcting. It's hard to tell if the dog is trying to be reactive toward him. The dog's getting up on him.
Nope.
He's got e-collars around the waistband here. This is crazy.
Nope.
Snapping at the dog.
Good boy. Let's go.
The result. This is no. Zeus was attacked. Dog's walking with the other dogs. Long line.
This is it. This is what being working towards.
Let me just say real quick, I've got nothing against the people that are posting these videos. You know, I might not agree with what they're doing. I don't see the whole picture here. I know that there are less ideal ways to train in my perspective, but I got nothing against them. I'm just giving you my perspective, my opinion here.
Finally. This was fucking hard to achieve, man. Holy shit, he fought hard.
Yes, come on, yes, yes! Yes, good boy! Down. Yes. Get
Good
it, Zeus.
obedience.
Good boy, Baba.
Good play. Good engagement here in this situation.
Good. Yes, go get it.
They're putting up some DMs they got. This must be the owner. Tails up. That is a dominant signal. One of his attackers. So he's not being reactive on the street. That's a good thing. But so this is the beginning of the video where I had paused and just kind of ranted there for a second. But let me see real quick what happens here. So right here, I'm assuming the dog is going after this dog. That's what my assumption is. They say no, they're going crazy. Right here.
Let's go.
No.
Let's go.
Yep, so they say let's go. All the dogs are in a sit or they're at a standstill. Let's go. And the dog that they have here, Zeus, immediately going for that black shepherd again. So that's when that dude is yoking on the long line. And then it takes him a couple minutes to get to the e-collar, right here. He grabs it. Let me correct him. No, that's too far after the picture here. So you correct him as soon as he's going for the black shepherd instead of yoking on the long line. And since you were waiting for that, you have the scenario set up. Instead of just holding the long line, you got the e-collar in your hand. As soon as a dog goes for that other dog, you correct it. And this is me assuming that all prerequisite training for this type of session has already been done. Engagement is solid, right? Obedience is solid. E-collar conditioning done the right way. That's just my assumptions.
No. No. Nope. 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 Nope.
Yeah, I do think that correction after the fact was just,
Nope.
And snapping, I'm a big fan of not snapping at the dog. The good thing is these people are at the end of the day helping dogs, helping people, because we saw at the end the owner had sent those DMs. Apparently he or she was satisfied, and the dog had made good improvements. We saw him walking down the street. That was great. But one thing I would just change up a little bit is going to be like this specific scenario where they corrected him heavily after he had gone after the dog, and they missed the opportunity to correct him in the moment.
Positive only training is the reason that dogs like this are euthanized constantly. So this is my recent board and trained PJ who had a long history of biting and setting boundaries.
So this guy is just seemingly whatever the dog did at the beginning to end up in this situation. This guy put the dog on his back, holding his neck down, and just holding him there. The dog's starting to fight, struggle, which I would do too if you were holding me down. I don't want to be held down. I don't know what you're trying to communicate. Again, I don't know what this dude's done before this stage in training. I don't know what his prerequisite training is. I don't know where their progression's at. I'm just looking at one glimpse in time of this dog, and he's just harping on positive only training is a scam, is what his
with humans.
main
So
thing
what's
is right
happening
here.
is he just snapped at me.
Oh, he snapped
And
at
I'm
him.
just doing everything I can to control his energy,
Kinda holding the head.
create some surrender, and get him to calm down.
Trying to get him to calm down.
What triggered that was just he wanted to set a boundary with me, and he has a pattern, a conditioned response of being able to set boundaries with humans using his mouth. He was declared mentally ill. Multiple trainers and vets said to put him down. This was his last chance, was with me, was to determine whether he was mentally ill or rehabilitatable. And he is, and he came off all medication. He just left my care. He's back with his owners now, and it took serious conversations. It took balanced training. It took saying no to this dog and effectively timed corrections from a person that understood how to do them and that he learned to respect. So positive only training is the reason so many dogs are dying. It's not realistic.
A lot of what this guy says, I would agree with. I don't necessarily agree with doing it like this. And my experience, the way that I prefer to do things, I want to make sure my relationship and engagement is solid. And also what he's demonstrating right here is much easier on a small dog than it is a 150-pound Rottweiler that if it bites you is going to cause major damage. And you're going to be wrestling with that Rottweiler, who's going to be much more powerful than you. This guy does seem like a fit guy, takes care of himself, but that Rottweiler is still stronger than you. With that being said, if this is based on my experience rehabilitating dogs for 10 years, right? If you focus on the relationship, if you focus on the engagement, and you make that solid, you won't see this happening. You won't be in this situation 99% of the time. And that might mean you have to take weeks to develop relationship, weeks to develop engagement. That is the foundation for everything. You're not doing obedience. You're not doing socialization. You're not doing distraction training. You're doing the mundane, routine, repetitious daily walks, daily spending time together, feeding all meals out of your hand together, for eye contact, getting to know that dog, etc. So, and I've called owners before that are working with me, and I've said, hey, we need more time. We need more time. We have to develop this relationship, right? So you have to be able to communicate that to the owner. Now, if push comes to shove and you have to do something like this, you could do something like this. But if you really take the time to get the engagement and the relationship done the right way, this doesn't really happen. And then you can translate that to the owner, right? And you're going to have them do. Like I tell people, if it takes me 3 weeks to develop a relationship with your dog and I've never met your dog before, when your dog comes home, I'm going to need you to do the relationship building and the engagement games that I've done and I've videoed me doing with your dog to send to you so you're ready when they come home. You're going to need to do it when they come home. That is your priority too. And if you can do that, success is much higher and the dog won't be doing things like this 99% of the time. Of course, there's 1% of dogs that are going to, still do crazy things. Let's move on to the next one here. Well, this is Dog Daddy. Dog Daddy. Have you heard of Dog Daddy? Let me know in the comments. Have you heard of Dog Daddy? Here he is right here. We got him on video. So the other thing I'm not a fan of is these seminars. I don't know what this is, but it looks like a seminar where he's got a bunch of people in a group. They all got a crazy dog, and he brings out one dog at a time. Let me handle your dog. Again, this is skipping relationship. This is skipping engagement. Again, we know Dog Daddy is an aversion-based trainer. He corrects dogs. He pressures dogs, right? That's how I got started in dog training. I stepped away from that world for a reason, right? You can listen to my story on other videos on our channel, but that's what Dog Daddy does. But I am not a fan of seminars or group classes where you bring out the dog and you go crazy with the dog. You do this, you do that with it with the leash. You're skipping the relationship piece. The relationship and the engagement is the foundation. I don't care who you are. So this dog's grabbing him, which is a natural response. Dog's trying to rip the muzzle off. He's fighting its hands to keep the muzzle off. He's got his pretty boy glasses on, Dog Daddy. He's got his leash, right? Stopping the dog. The dog is stressed. The dog's freaking. Dog rips the muzzle off. But the dog's not really about it, you can tell. If this dog was really about biting him, it would have bit him. It's trying to bite his leash. This dog is a frustrated dog. It's a stressed out dog. When he gets in this stressful situation, he's not really about it, you can tell, because as soon as he got that muzzle off, if he wanted to fight Dog Daddy and really bite him, he would have. Dog Daddy does not have the advantage, even though Dog Daddy's on the slick floor. Ask me how I know that, right? But with that being said, this dog's not about it. He's stressed. He's frustrated. He's biting the leash. He's just biting the closest thing to him. If Dog Daddy really took the time to understand relationship building and engagement building, you wouldn't have this whole ordeal happening. It takes more time to do it that way, which is why a lot of people don't do it, but it's in the dog's best interest. Dog Daddy has him sit. Everyone's in shock. Oh, you got control of the dog. Notice how he's pulling on the leash and everything. He's ready with that leash in case that dog tries to bite him. Now everybody's at ease. All right. So you guys also have to understand, I'm sure you do, but a lot of these videos that people put on social media of them fighting this dog or this crazy dog doing this or that, it's all for dramatic effect. It's to get you to keep watching them so they get more of a view. So that might be, what this clip is made for. I've only seen a few clips of Dog Daddy. People will send us stuff on Dog Daddy. I really, honestly, don't even know his full training progression. Maybe he does do relationship building in normal life. My assumption is no, because all the videos that I see, never once have I heard him talk about it. And number two, all I've seen him do is aversion-based training, and I've never seen him wear a bait bag. And if you've never seen him wear a bait bag, he's probably not rewarding. Now, he'll say physical touch is rewarding, but that's not the real reward right there. All right, moving on to the next one.
To be able to run by.
So what's happening here? Did I just say the first time meeting this dog?
All right, down.
Must be a reactive dog. Yeah, they got him off leash. First session. Correction. Got the ball.
Out. Good boy. I don't need her to play. I need her to stop chasing him. Yeah, I'm not trying to get her to hug and kiss other dogs. I just need her to not try to engage with him. Like, this dog should be able to run by. Out! Listen, out! Back! Down!
This dude's yelling.
Good boy. Y'all should be able to walk down the street and there be another dog and she not try to pick a fight with them. That's the point. Ryder, come here. You're good. Down. Bobby,
Skipping relationships, skipping engagement. I'm pretty sure at the beginning of the video it said first session. Are you kidding me? First session, we're not going to throw two dogs together, one with a reactive dog. And if I'm the trainer and I have a Malinois, I'm not going to let my Malinois just go to town on your dog on the first session. This whole thing kind of makes my skin, the hair on my skin stand up, right? He's true that your dog should be able to walk down the street and not try to pick another fight with another dog, but in order to achieve that, you need to go through the process. And the process starts with relationship building and engagement building. If I don't have relationship, if I don't have engagement, my dog can't decide to look at me instead of the distraction around me. I'm not ready to progress and do things on top of that: obedience, remote collar conditioning, these kind of things. I get the feeling that if this is the first session, they showed up or he showed up there or whatever, put the muzzle on the dog, put the e-collar on the dog, started correcting. Not ideal.
Okay, cool. I'm just making sure. I make sure the dog parent's good. That's all.
Oh, now he's saying, I'm making sure you guys are good. My dog biting the crap out of your dog. I got your dog on a muzzle. My dog's not on a muzzle. It's okay for my dog to bite your dog, but your dog can't bite my dog. She needed that. Okay.
If she reacts to him, use your remote and call. Phenomenal. Sit. Good dogs. Yeah. This dog should be able to run by.
Just making, first time meeting. So it was the first time meeting. Maybe they did some other stuff beforehand. But in any case, relationship building, engagement building, if you had that, things like this wouldn't happen. Your dog would be more responsive to you, right? And also, I'm still trying to understand, the trainer's dog doesn't have to have a muzzle on. It's okay to bite the other dog, but the other dog has the muzzle on. It's not okay to bite the trainer's dog. Kind of confusing in my head. I wouldn't be doing that. But anyway, don't forget that dogs are also creatures of context. So you could do this session right here. Doesn't mean the second session would go the same way, whether you're in the same place or in a new location. But if the owners can be consistent, then, they will get long-term results. But at the end of the day, the general vibe is that we're missing out across dog training on the internet. We're missing out on engagement. We're missing out on relationship building. These are your foundation to everything. Spend as much time as you can doing these things and managing your dog's behaviors while you achieve these before you start layering on the other elements of training. So check out my eye contact and engagement video right here. I'll see you there.